Glorious day to you, my friends. Kia kaana atakarhisotoro. Welcome to day number 103 of being this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace. Ikotara na asahitoro. Where for 144 days, we're spending time with, as our inner being, nurturing our sense of self as our inner being. And we're doing it the easy way. We're breathing and we're chanting. Allowing our mind to be solely focused on those two tasks so that our inner being can shine more brightly through us, as us. The imagery they gave me at the beginning is we're spiraling up the Great Pyramid to the edge of the matrix, poking our head through the hub of the dharma chakra, using the Eye of Providence. Thank you. Human will. Got a pause, a mental pause. Using the Eye of Providence to gain a divine perspective on this reality. And since we are spiraling, we're using the golden spiral, this spiral of life, which is based on the Fibonacci sequence, or we can use the Fibonacci sequence to model the behavior of the golden spiral. 144 is a Fibonacci number. It's also 12 times 12, the 12 dimensions and 12 aspects. It's a Fibonacci number. Bear with me. We're getting that. This is all related. Well, besides, it's all related every day. It's related today, what they want to talk about. You know what the title is already. In the first 55-day segment, we subtly dealt with Vasundhara, the Earth Star Chakra, our root system, and the Annamaya Kosha, the kosha of nourishment. We'll get into another meaning of Annamaya and kosha today. Kashono utoryoto. And in the next 34-day segment, another Fibonacci number, we subtly dealt with Manipura, Muladhara, Nia Achakata. I have my hand on Muladhara, so Ishana Akatura Atakahyata. Muladhara, our foundation. And we are subtly subtly utilizing our pranamaya kosha. And we'll get into more of what the pranamaya kosha is, our subtle body, besides our breath and us utilizing prana. And the invitation from the universe for the first 55 days was to place more of our root system in our heart, for the true nourishment of our soul, of our being. And in the previous 34-day segment, the invitation from the universe, or the segment, is to place more of our foundation in our heart center, in our Brahma-vihara, for the foundation of our life, our sense of this reality, our sense of self. And in this 21-day segment, we're on day number 14 of this. Temperance. Ooh, thank you. Temperance in the tarot, which is like perfect. We're talking about Sushumna, our central channel. I did not plan this. Clearly they did. Where we're subtly dealing with Svadhisthana, where the self is established, our water chakra, the sacral chakra, our sacredness, and we're still subtly utilizing the pranamaya kosha. The next segment, well, this is 21, so this is 13. The next 13-day segment, which starts a week from Monday, where we're subtly dealing with Manipura and still utilizing the pranamaya kosha, our subtle body. We're utilizing our breath through our subtle body. Kosha. On day one, we went through how we, as the ultimate consciousness, the self, the ultimate self, decided to come here to have adventure and experience, through pleasure, curiosity, however we want to call it. Svadhisthana and Manipura together are all about pleasure, our desires, what we want to experience. We can't actually separate this fire and water. One is a feminine, Svadhisthana is a feminine, Manipura is a masculine, which is the active principle, and the allowing principle, or Vishuddha and Agnya, are the masculine and feminine counterparts of our fire and water, of our pleasure, of our desires. And these both deal with truth, the truth of the universe. Vishuddha, the purest. Agnya literally means command. I like Anya. My people call it Anya, this mothering and allowing. Kishkuna otorio, to this intuitive side of us. This Ana, this food, this nourishment, and Ya, the nourishment of love, the nourishment of that. Anyway, this feminine principle of truth, that everything is this satya, everything is perfect, this truth is, and this deals with truth, how we interact with truth, with integrity, with te, and how we intentionally interact with everything, how our speech and our vibration influences everything, influences our perception of truth. They're both dealing with truth. Sahasrara is neither masculine nor feminine, and Muladhara is neither masculine nor feminine. Well, we tend to say that it's feminine because it's the earth, but it's neither masculine or feminine. It's both. And this is both. Anahata is the union of the feminine and the masculine. It's the union of our higher chakras and the lower chakras. Anahata. It's anstrakya kahatar askanahotoru tata. Pranamaya kosha. We are this kosha. Ko and sha. Ko is a part of ka. This omnipresent soul, ka is the soul, which is our original self, the self that's dwelling in the lotus of awareness. It is not even aware of the lotus. This omnipresent soul, this overall soul, all of us. Interestingly, ko also means the threading of pearls on a mala, nityarataka. So the ko-sha also has to deal with this threading of our pearls. We can only do this through the idea of koshas, these degrees of separation. We intentionally went on this adventure of creating separation. We did. So that we could have this idea of remembrance, so we could have this idea of stringing pearls on as an individual, as separation from the unity of the pure bliss. But this kosha really is the state of pure bliss that we've decided to separate from, but we can remember it because we're never separated from this pure bliss, from this state of existence. Our kosha, through koshas, all of the koshas, are a way for us to experience this individuality and expansion. That's what kosha, when we break it all down, that's what it means. Nisa uka shaya kosha ha. Kiskata, through our breath, we're subtly dealing with the prana, maya, kosha. Kiskahata taryatata. Maya. We traditionally say that Maya is this illusion, but Maya also means our magical powers. And if we break it down into Bij mantras, Ma is where it's mothering. Ma is a term of endearment for the divine goddess, for the mother goddess. Ma is a name for earth. It's mothering. And Ya, we're mothering that, we're nurturing that, every other that we've learned from Om, So, Hum, that we are that. We're honoring and nurturing every other essence of that which is us, which is this universal soul of bliss, kosha. Nityaryana haska atututu. And Maya and Yama, they're both the same thing. That I am consciously doing this. We are consciously doing that, the Ya and the nurturing of that, which is why Sushumna, cultivating this harmony. Cultivating the harmony is merely us training our mind through practice, through repetition, through gently tuning our vibration. We're cultivating this mind of unity, of harmony. Sushumna deals with harmony, our central channel. The subtle body is everything in this thing. It's including the physicality aspects of it, this Anna. One way of looking at it, the harsh way of looking at Anna, is not nurturing, not the primordial essence, Na. Not the, Na also means the muttering of the sound. Before we actually get the giving of it, we're building this sound, this nada. We're building it. Tur annahasku ashahearata, the muttering of Om, atura shana ukarata. We're thinking about uttering it with this idea of time. But the Na itself, in this ultimate consciousness, it happens. Na causes it to happen. Om, chiorata ananat karaskata, causes all this expansion. Nitoriata. Well, the pranamaya kosha, we have Sushumna, the central channel, the Ida on my left side, Askana hasu ukatara tata, which means comfort, but it's also us internalizing the giving, the da, Ishkana hatata, this, in our idea of separation, we're breathing in that with our breath. The saha, niyatarashata, the soham, the hamsa, thus realizing we are the hamsa, the swan of the ultimate consciousness, iskohataryarata. And the pingala, that we are this shining light, our masculine aspect, our feminine aspect, ishahano tokoryoto, our third eye, the left brain and the right brain. Our right brain is the nurturing side of our left side. And the left brain is this analytical side. I'm thinking of what I'm going to create with pleasure. Nitor ashkana hatoryoto. Arya nahaskotora. Nadi, thank you. Our nadis, which is again a form of nada, sound, this subtle vibration that's internal to us, of all these vibrations going out, the 72,000 nadi askata, which is half of 144,000, ishkanananiariata. Kata ataharhiso utaryacha anatokuratara. And as the energy flows through our body, which is prana, yana, pranamaya, maya, yama, prana, yama, atahara, tatara, si ukuchara artaka. See how it's the same thing? We can swap the ma and the ya, that and the nurturing, and it doesn't matter. It's still nurturing of that through prana, the first essence or the first abode, or the ko, our universal soul. Through this idea of separation, and our gentle tuning of our vibration through this intentional pleasure. This intentional expansion, this intentional learning. But why is it called Sushumna? Su, well, the first part's easy. Su, goodness, wellness, well-being. Well, we did Sha. Shu is this of it. Hu, H-U, also means who did that, or us integrating, us shining our light is who. Ashkini ataryach anatakurotata is the radiance of goodness, harmony, arata askana aswa atiha, as mana, mind, of the mind of ma, vasundara, the mothering, and na, vyapini, the soul star, the allowing and or the receiving of all the other that's out there. Eskuna uturyo, and the ma, the nurturing of all the other that's out there. That's what our mind, mana, is. Niyarata, but as a part of this mano, maya, kosha, it's, which is why yam, this love, I'm nurturing that, their pleasure. I'm nurturing their essence with ya, love, which is acting and seeing from our prati-a-haara, nata arashana ikuhatarte erta. This subtle body is driven by our desire to expand, to experience, nitaryash anakotorio, as we nurture what we want, our pleasure, our water, and we nurture and allow our true intentions, our true desires, the desires of our soul. Atura anakata. That's what Sushumna is all about. Kaskana isa ataryata, the central channel, this path of Kundalini, Nyarashatata, which is just Kundalini, is yet another name for us gently tuning our vibration as we ascend our vibration on this pyramid of the self. That's it. That's all it means. The gently tuning of our vibration. Asa atur. It all means the same thing. But when we realize it, that it's okay for us to feel what we feel. It's okay for us to want what we want. This well-being of our desire of expansion. Rolling it all back together, this our egoic mind. When we're stuck in our lower chakras, we can say we're stuck in our lower mind. We're stuck in our emotions. We're stuck in what we want. I want it, I want it, I want it. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. I want it and I want it now. Through Sushumna, us cultivating harmony through meditation, through breathing, intentional breathing, pranayama, yaskata, intentional breathing, and mantra, the tool for the mind, which all it does mean is the gentle tuning. By arutharkayata, intentionally focusing our mind on the breath and intentionally focusing our mind on the mantra, on the chanting, sending it out, by echoing out the truth of these bridge mantras, bridging the gap between who we think we are and who our inner being knows we are, bridging the gap between this egoic self, where our self is established. Because the true ego is this benevolent creator of individuality who understands they're not separate from the kosha. They're not separated from this highest source of consciousness. It's the continuance of the threading of the pearls as an individual. That's what the true ego is. The true ego is understanding the continuance of the thread of the mala of joy, of continuing to thread pearls on our sense of individuality without losing the sense of unity. But we're doing it because our inner being knows all this. Our inner being is all. It's all that and a bag of chips. Our inner being is all that. But our mind is caught up in this sense of individuality. It's caught up in our emotions because our experiences have caused these blockages, caused these big swings. And when we don't get what we want right now, it causes, when we do get what we want right now, we put a big imprint over here. It was a big intentional imprint. And then on the shadow side, on the, we just say, on the contrast side, we put in those, I didn't get what I wanted, I didn't get, so we apply these things to it. And as we gently tune our vibration, when we take our mind, allow our mind to return to this state of peace and calm and tranquility, of temperance. Number 14. It's the natural state of our inner being. It's a natural state of us dwelling in our lotus of awareness. This tranquility, this harmony, which is the truth of everything anyway. So as we subtly utilize the power of our individuality, this prana, maya, kosha, this intentional individuation of our nurturing power from the primal energy, from the primal it. Kashna hawa atakarta pranamaya kosha. Iso hukutar washanahaya. In both the ana, the egoic way of looking at it is, this is this food of this physicality, or this, I'm no longer the essence of creation. Not na. I'm not this muttering sound. I'm not this sound maker. I am separate and lonely, away from unity. That's the shadow side of Anna, in the Anna Maya Kosha, Atura Arshkanata. But the truth of it is we are this magical power of the unity and the separation, which does provide the nourishment of our true self. Akwat Aritanata. In the Pranamaya Kosha, well, we went over that. The Manomaya Kosha, well, yeah. The true mind is the nurturing and allowing of unity, of that we're not separate, but separate. Separate but equal. I talk too much. And again, with everything here. Don't take my word for it. Let us simply spend time with our inner being. Maybe even as our inner being. So we can see for ourselves that we are the intentional threader of pleasure on our Mala of joy. So I invite you to relax. Whether you lie down, whether you sit in seated meditation, it does not matter. Relaxation and ease are what's important. As we focus our awareness on our breath, as we slowly lengthen and deepen our breath, and as we breathe, our inner being and the universe are doing all the work, encouraging us to not think about it. As we focus our awareness on the breath, focusing on the in-breath, and focusing on the out-breath. Which is breathing in the so, and breathing out the hum. The so is the listening to the sound of our breath on the in-breath. And our ha is listening to the sound of our breath as we breathe out. Breathing in the prana, which is simply listening to our true nature, our breath. And breathing out the prana, which is simply listening to our true nature, our out-breath. Breathing in the prana, and breathing out the pranu. And switching to sama vritti pranayama with intention. Breathing in the prana, sitting with the prana and allowing it to nurture us. And simply shining out our light. And sitting in the emptiness. Breathing in the prana, holding the prana, allowing it to permeate all of our nadi, all of our essence, and simply shining out our light. releasing everything, and sitting in no mind because everything's perfect. Breathing in the prana. Sitting with the prana, allowing it to permeate the nadi. And breathing out, shining out our light, the hum. And sitting in the emptiness, because there is no need to do anything. Breathing in the prana. Sitting with the prana in our heart center, allowing it to nurture us and nourish us. And simply shining out the light. And sitting in the emptiness, sitting in the no mind. Breathing in the prana. Sitting in the first house, the abode of the primal essence, allowing it to nurture us. And simply shining out the light. As we sit with no mind. Now let us focus our awareness on the heart center. Continuing to breathe. When we switch to Samavriti, we are already switching our awareness on our heart center. We are already switching our awareness to the Ida, the Pingala, and Sushumna, where Sushumna is both the holding the breath with a full set of lungs and the holding the breath with an empty set of lungs. For in our heart center is our Brahma-vihara, is our temperate self, our sense of Shanti. Our sense of Shanti, of patience. Our sense of Kshama, tranquility. The soul of peace, the soul of tranquility. For in our heart center is our holy fire. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. And every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire, which increases our already bright light. And when we calm the breath, we calm the soul, which calms the need for change, which honors what is. And our holy fire realizes itself as the Holy Spirit, as they are the same. This peace, this calmness, this perfection of everything. And some say this is a dim light, but this is the Ba, Amita, Ba, this infinite light, this unending light, with the realization of perfection, of peace, of tranquility. They are both the same. This creative force of the Shiva and Shakti harmonizing, unifying, yoga, Kaivalya. This Susha, this well-being, this mana, this mind of harmony. Let us share this mind of harmony, this temperance, this shanti, this kshanti, kshama. Let us take this union of Ra, pleasure, and Ma, the nurturing. This harmony. Let us take this mind of harmony, Sushumna, and share it with each of our chakras, unifying into our lotus of awareness. Sharing this mind of harmony, this mind of peace, this mind of bliss. Sharing this with our pleasure, with our intentions, with our want to create, with our willpower, with our joy. Sharing Sushumna, this mind of well-being, this mind of harmonious well-being. Sharing it with Svadhisthana, our sacral chakra, where our self is established. Sharing this mind of harmony with our emotions, sharing this tranquility with our emotions, sharing this mind of harmony with our desires, with our pleasure, with our creativity, with our flow of our creative self. Sharing Sushumna, this mind of harmony, with Muladhara, our foundation, our root chakra, sharing this peace and tranquility, this harmony, this equanimity with our foundation, with our stability, with our thoughts of survival, and our needs around these thoughts of survival. Sharing this mind of harmony and tranquility. Sharing this with our fears and our doubts. Restoring hope and faith in our inherent harmony and our inherent creativity in our true self. Sharing Sushumna, the mind of harmony and tranquility, with Vasundhara, the earth star chakra, our root system into the nourishment. Sharing this mind of harmony throughout our root system, the Atarya Nahakotoro, down, 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 deep into the heart of Gaia, wrapping these roots around the heart of Gaia, giving her a great big hug, and bringing back her grounded love and wisdom. Along with the gentle reminder that we are spirit, and we adopted this mind of individuation for the expanse of all, or life, or living intentionally, and that we still are placing these pearls on our thread, on our mala of joy. And when we place these pearls on our mala of joy, we are placing them on the mala of joy of consciousness itself. And we already are perfect. And we already are this tranquility, this harmony, this mind, Sushumna, as we are consciousness itself. And we are not made of, nor limited by, these ideas in this not the nourishment, this physicality. We are not this earth, this water, this fire, this air, nor by the space in between. We are consciousness itself, supreme bliss, Ramananda. Elevating, intentionally merging all this energy up through the root system and merging into Vasundhara, unifying all these energies and ideas with Sushumna, this mind of harmony and tranquility. Thus realizing everything already is perfect. Everything already is harmonious and tranquil. Intentionally merging this combined energy into Muladhara, unifying all these energies and ideas with the mind of harmony, the mind of well-being, the mind of tranquility, thus realizing that everything already is perfect and harmonized and tranquil. Elevating this collective consciousness and merging it into Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, unifying all these energies and ideas with our sense of self, unifying with Sushumna, the mind of harmony, the mind of well-being, the mind of tranquility, thus realizing that everything already is perfect, thus cultivating and reinforcing our mind of tranquility, and everything already is harmonious, well-being, and tranquil. Elevating this collective consciousness and merging it into Manipura, our jeweled city, our solar plexus chakra, unifying all these energies and ideas in our jeweled city, with the mind of harmony, thus realizing everything already is perfect, harmonious, well-being, and tranquil. So there's nothing to see here, and there's nothing to do here. Elevating our jeweled city, this combined collective consciousness, and merging it into Anahata, our Pratyahara, our heart center, our union of the divine masculine and divine feminine. Unifying all these energies and ideas with the mind of harmony, Sushumna. Thus realizing everything already is this shining self in the Pratyahara. Everything already is perfect. Everything already is harmonious, tranquil, and goodness. Elevating this heart-centered collective consciousness, elevating this Brahma-vihara, and merging it into Vishuddha, sharing this Sushumna, the mind of harmony, with Vishuddha, with our truth, with our purity, with our ideas of lies and the lies we tell ourselves. Unifying all these energies and ideas with Vishuddha, this higher giving of the Shu. Unifying all these energies and ideas of Sushumna with Sushumna, with the mind of harmony. Realizing that we are everything, and everything already is perfect as we are perfect and complete, and everything already is harmonious, tranquil, and goodness, and pure, and everything already is truth, satya. Elevating this collective consciousness, this heart, this prati-a-haara of truth, of purity. And merging it into Agya, Agnya, Anya, our third eye chakra. Sharing Sushumna, the mind of harmony, with our intuition and insight into truth, into existence. Sharing this mind of harmony with both mayas, with our ideas of illusion, and with our magical powers. And sharing Sushumna with our ideas of separation. Unifying all these energies and ideas with Sushumna, this mind of harmony. Thus realizing everything already is perfect and unified and the same. Everything already is harmonious, tranquil, well-being, stable, tranquil, pleasurable, loving, pure, and wise. Elevating this collective consciousness and merging into Sahasrara, our crown chakra, our infinitely petaled lotus of awareness, our throne of our righteous ruler. Sharing Sushumna with our lotus at the top of Sushumna, sharing this mind of harmony with our lotus of awareness, with our consciousness, with our thoughts, with our adoration, our decoration, our attachment, and our thoughts of need of attachment, our thoughts of need of adding value to what is already perfect. Thus realizing everything already is perfect, so there is no need to attach value and meaning, as everything already is satya, truth, purity, loving, pleasurable, intentional, tranquil, and stable. Inviting in and merging and unifying with Vyapini, the goddess who is everywhere, the soul star chakra, unifying all these energies and ideas into our lotus of awareness with Sushumna, the mind of harmony, with the purest lotus of awareness, purest wisdom in our lotus of awareness, of love, of pleasure, of intention, of flowing tranquility, of stability. Inviting in and unifying with the ideas of divinity, the ideas and energies of divinity, of perseverance, of pervadance, of presence, of perfection, of pervading, Rita, righteousness, dharma, Vishnu, Lakshmi, cosmic order, divine timing. Unifying all these energies and ideas with the mind of harmony, Sushumna. Inviting in and unifying with the ideas of Vikara, of transformation, of change, of destruction, of Shiva, of Parvati, of action, of divine action. And inviting in and unifying with the ideas of Srishti, creation, divine creation, Brahma, Saraswati, divine appearance, divine emanation, as if by magic, as if by magical powers, as if by Maya. And inviting in and unifying with all other ideas of separation or all other ideas out there. Unifying all Hari in the Om. Unifying all these energies and ideas, thus realizing everything already is perfect. Everything already is consciousness, power, truth, love, intention, pleasure, stable, tranquil, nourishing. And there is nothing to do, to know, to see, which allows awareness to simply be. As we begin to chant, intentionally chant, beginning with Aum, which is simply Om, the primordial sound of the universe. Om stretched into its three sound components. Ah for the heart, Ooh for the root, and for the savoring, and the embodying, and the realizing. And then chanting Om Ahum 108 times, this divine number of this physicality. asking us to become this wisdom in the emptiness of no thought, no knowledge, no observation, no action, in the no mind. And then transitioning with Aum. Breath in for Aum. Breath in to chant. Om Ahum. 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 Shihaya Arha Arnahe Gyata Hartanahe Harna Arshanahe Kaya Gara Arkanahera Arhusha Aya Akya Kahanahe Harya Chayaka Asanaheta Hargaya Akatar Harshana En Haruta Uta Ara Harnahera Shaikya Ka Artara Shana Utora Haryach Ata Ata Ara Kanahera Haruto Uta Ara Shiaka Ara Nahayara Tua Karnahatara Arnaheta Hatatara Harnahera Uruto Uta Ha Charya Dhara Kasahanatarikaha Haruku Urshahe Gyata Harnahe Hatar Kahyanara Hartu Ursha Eka Hara Arkanahe Rataya Uruto Uta Atkarataha Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Ucha Tari Kashana Roto Uho Hat Garya Shana Heda Haroto Uta Arat Hanaheda Roto Uha Nasa Hanahe Kachaharwa Hat Atat Garshanahe Ashaha Atarhana Haruk Utar Kahe Nasa Haka Arha Shai Arhuta Harushua Arkan Harp Harsana Herata Heta Harutavona Harataka Hatara Harshanaya Hatita Prahanaheka Harutogorota Hat Karata Hanaha Sahata Hatuta Har Arkanahayara Hata Arhanahakaha Om Ahom 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 breath in for Aum. When you are ready, spending time with our inner being, spending time as our inner being. Ishvara Pranidhana, our shining jewel of purity in our lotus of awareness. Utilizing the wisdom of Om, Ahum, and Om Soham. We are that. We are the universe. Everything is the same awesomeness. So there's nothing to know. There's nothing to see. Let's just spend time in the emptiness, allowing awareness to be. when you are ready, let us thank ourselves for spending time with and as our true self. In our mind of harmony, in our mind of tranquility, in our mind of perfection. Whether we call it Sushumna, Ramananda, Purusha, whether we call it Chitta Pradasanam, does not matter. Whether we call it Bhavagat, Ekabaj, Ishvaranad, Gurudev. By any nam, any name. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. We are all one. Giving gratitude to ourselves as we continue to chant, transitioning with Aying, which is Aim, the beach mantra of abundance, the beach mantra of everything in this idea of separation. Simply Aim, Ing, stretched into its three sound components. Ah for the heart, E for the crown, and Ing for resonation with everything. And then chanting So Hum, using the Ananda chakra, the aspects of divinity, the Ish, the Va, and the Ra, the creation, the preservation of the creation, and the change of the creation, or the destruction, the change of the mind, preservation of the mind. Is consciousness itself. Chanting So Hum 36 times. And then concluding with Aying. Breath in for Aying. And a breath in to chant. So Hum, 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 Soham. 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 A breath in for Aying. Aying. When you are ready, slowly bring awareness back to the here and now. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe, if you're in meditation, uncross or unlotus your legs. Switch the cross. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Yet another name for Sushumna, opening our eyes and welcoming in the new now. Congratulations, my friends. We have completed day number 103 of being this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace, nityaryataha, nurturing Sushumna, natar arnahatatariya janahuka, our mind of tranquility, our being, kashanihiso ukatatara. Excuse me, atura no kachahi, hatar naha. I encourage you to journal about whatever your experience was, what came up, what realizations you had, documenting it. And maybe if you're hesitant, just starting writing about it will start the flow of abundance of the writing of your realizations. And who knows if it was exactly what you experienced, starting the flow and allowing the flow is allowing this Sushumna, allowing the unification of the goodness, the wellness, the essence of your inner being, bridging the gap to Sushumna, with these ideas of separation, this intentional separation, they said a whole bunch. Let me speak a little light language. I the Shu, which is a part of Vishuddha, which they pointed out, and Sushumna, our central channel. Who does mean who. Who is the question? And in the spiritual realm, we create the question and the answer. We create the thing and the meaning for it at the same time. The process of Vikara and Shrishti and Rita all happen at the same time. The Shiva, the Brahma, and the Vishnu all happen at the same time. The who also means the sharing of it. I'm sharing my light. In my idea of separation, the who and the whom, I'm savoring the shining of my light. Whom, the sharing of this light, of this individual light, which in reality, Om Soham, is this Amita, Ba, this ultimate light, this infinite light. Natara Ashkanatato, as there is no difference between our light. There's no difference between the question of who am I or who is this. When we breathe in the Su, Saha, or Suhu, or Sahu, we get the Sadhu. Sahu is this wise one, this wisdom, this guru. Natar atatara shana ukuru tatara is the wisdom of the breath, asana hakutara ashana ukura, of who am I and who is this? What is this I'm breathing in? Nitora arshkana huasa anahatatarati. What is this I'm breathing in? And what is this that I'm breathing out? Sahu or Suhu. But Shu also is the realization of both the question and the answer. Ah, aha, saha, saha. Remember the saha moment from before? It's the saha moment of, I am that of which I'm breathing in. I am that infinite light. I am that, and I am shining that. Shu. Vishuddha is the giving freely, the same who, the giving of it, of the whom, the giving of the whom. Vishuddha is this higher giving of it. It's the spiritual seeing and understanding the truth and the purity of this higher giving of what we're breathing in and what we're breathing out, which is what we're building on with this pranamaya kosha, with pranayama, intentionally breathing in the light, intentionally breathing in the prana, this Ishvara pranidhana, this first dwelling, this dwelling in the lotus of awareness. It's the Om. It's the Om and the Bur, Bhuva, and Svaha. It is all of that, all wrapped into one. It's all that and a bag of chips. And Su just is implying or explicitly stating the goodness. Even if you haven't figured it out yet, Su, the goodness, the well-being, the abundance, both the Om and the Aim, Kachinaha Suuttara. Is this both the question and the answer to everything? Love is the answer to all the questions. Of the mind of consciousness. Oh, one other thing they shared during it, during the chanting. Back in the day, and if you haven't, go look it up. Askana Hotori, I encourage you, you're going to laugh. Sesame Street, there was a skit and a song, Mana Mana. Mana. Instantly, Mana Mana, beep, 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 beep. Mana Mana, beep, 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 beep. Mana Mana, beep, 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 beep. Mana Mana. That is the mind of bliss. You can't help but be happy and joyful while listening to it, and then you can't stop yourself from singing along because these Muppets are doing it, and then one goes off in their expression of joy, of everything, which is what we are doing in this kosha this intentional threading of pearls of this existence of bliss, nitoro ushakata manamana, this Sushumna. Hopefully you are just as amused as I am. And this badi, this is just all of us doing our own thing. One other thing they shared was the normal spiel is the holy fire comes from the highest source of consciousness, where there is no ego and there is no individual. It always respects free will. This always respects free will. Pratyahara is the withdrawal of the senses, basically allowing each of our sense organs of the five senses to withdraw into itself while we, our mind, withdraw into itself in the mind of no mind, this Raja Yoga, Niyarasanahatota. Allowing everything to withdraw into its own self, into its own sense of self, which is the respect, always respecting free will, which is this tranquility, knowing that everything is perfect. I don't need to test it, whether it's perfect or not. I don't need to modify it. I don't need to attach meaning to it. I don't need to have illusions about it. I don't need to have lies about it. It is already perfect and it is already love. It already has its free will of kosha to thread its own pearls onto its own thread of its own mala of joy perfectly, with its own intention of its own joy in its own flow of its own pleasure, because it is already stable. It is already nurturing itself and the universe. Sushumna is, I nurture everything with my expression of myself, hum. This hum is this nurturing of the universe, and Sushumna is this. I am nurturing everything. I am receiving the nurturing and nurturing everything. I am cultivating the nourishment of the universe, the nourishment of harmony, the nourishment of tranquility. Everything already is perfect. Nitoro utana hakwa aisha. I thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. Nihukutar arnahaska ehitara, shishuuna atakarata hetarata. And shine on. As if you can't. Asana ocho otor atatatara. Shine on with your inner being, from your inner being, as your inner being. Niarata Sushumna. Shining on as your inner being. Nitora ashkana haso atar tganeta. And make it a great day. Because why would you leave it up to anyone else? Well, we can now, don't we? Because we realize I'm that. But why would we leave it up to anyone else? Asko hota artananara.